Welcome back, boys and girls. At this point we have combined two art projects. We've made Suminagashi, which dates back to about 2,000 years ago, but they perceive that it can go back as far as the 12th century. And then we're using a technique from the 1800s of Gyotaku, where we're doing Japanese fish printing. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to cut out our Gyotaku fish prints. When you do cut them, very carefully, this one I've already started, I want you to go right around the very edge, so you don't leave a white rim, but go around the very edge of the blue print. You may find that some of the fins didn't print in totality, so you're going to use another technique to complete the fins if there are parts that are missing. Now, I've actually made 3 fish prints, but I'm going to use just 2. So I'm going to pick the best ones that I've got here. Set this one to the side, this one, and look at this guy first. And I want to decide how I want him to come into the picture. We're having our Suminagashi paper as landscape. Now I'm going to have him coming in that way, and I'm going to have another one coming in that way, but you can see just by that there's actually tails going off. So what I want to do is I want to glue him down. I'm going to show you how. You need a glue stick, and very carefully, just around the edges, because this is rice paper and it's very fragile, go around the edge, okay? Just around the edge. Try not to create any blobs. And I'm going to put him where I initially laid him, where I like him, okay? So I like him there. And this guy I'm going to have at the top. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go around very carefully with a glue line, okay? And put him above. Okay, so it's a bit of traffic. And then you've got these gorgeous swells with the Suminagashi floating marbled ink. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to trim that off. Very carefully, trim that off. And I'm going to do the same with this one. Let's just take that stuck there. Do the same with this one. Trim it. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use that tail, and I'm going to have it going off, so it's as though this fish is going after another fish and then this one's coming across. If I wanted to, I could even add that tail on there, but I don't want to do too much. If I'm not happy with that tail there, I could even pull it up and do it on this side, which actually probably looks a bit better balanced. Now you're going to get a jar of coloured pencils, and this is where, when you've got everything glued down, you're going to go over it very carefully and shade in. So where your fish, you're using blue as your printing block ink, now you can add in extra detail. And you can use any colours, but I don't want you to lose the scaly effect. I just want you to bring in additional colours onto your fish. Okay? So where you may have found that the scales didn't print or the fins didn't finish properly, you can add that detail in. You can add some value to it. And then when you've got that whole thing completely finished, you've got yourself 2 ancient Japanese crafts combined into one. You've got Suminagashi and Gyotaku. There you go now, boys and girls. Let's make some art.